might have life. And when he's not a God of the dead, he's the God of the living. When you move there, when you move there, that must part. You have to demand your victory. You have to demand your authority. I don't allow demonic powers to confront us without a fight. When demonic powers come against you, they must feel your power. Yes. They must know they are in for a fight. Hey. The culture said there should be a full procession going out. But when Jesus finished there, there's no more furrow. There's one procession going through. The dead was raised to life. Hallelujah. Yes, sir. Going the other way. Turning it around. And listen to me. Glory to God. That is the strength of Christ in the church. Yes. Turn it around. Yes. Glory to God. Let's lift your hands. Lift your hands. Yes, come on, say Gloria, yes, Gloria. Turn it around, Jesus. Turn the procession around, Jesus. Listen to me, listen to the next way. If you're lukewarm, that culture would swallow you up. If you're backslidden, if you're just a church goer, that culture would swallow you up. If you only have religion on Sunday, that culture would swallow you up. Destroy you out. Do a new thing, Jesus. Pastor, I can continue preaching. Let me tell you that of this. You remember what telling the miracle reveals who Jesus is? Yes, sir. Now, that's the same Jesus as in the church. Not some foreign Jesus. The Bible is not a history book. It's a present. It's a living. This book speaks.
Yes.
Speaks into your life. The words that I speak, they are spirit
and light.
And they are
light.
When preaching takes place, there's a catalyst that happens. Faith cometh by hearing, and hearing the rhema, not the logos, the rhema of God. God taking something and tell you presently, this is what. And when that happens, the dynamic of faith ignites, and supernaturally God begins to work. Let me set some things in motion. What will transpire from God would only be a release of the supernatural. Because nothing could raise that dead boy. Judaism had no answer for it. The Lord, it was like the Lord is taking a dead person out, has no answer for it. Judaism say you have to join that dead scene. They had no answer for it. This is not about dry religion. This is about a movement of God. And listen to me, Pastor Victory. Don't ever forget it. It would take the supernatural presence of God continually in the church. Because nothing could give that young boy life unless Jesus intervened. I believe that in this day, We'll see intervention from heaven. Nothing else. There's nothing else. Nothing else. We got to live in it. We got to anticipate. You can't lose your expectation. In everything, keep your expectation. You lose your car, you lose your house, you lose your job. Don't lose the sense of expectation.
Don't lose Christ. Don't lose Christ. Don't lose Christ.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Hallelujah.
The Bible said when Jesus saw her, Jeremiah in the book of Lamentations chapter 1 described Israel as a widow. When Christianity seemed to have lost its life and focus, saw her as a widow. Say, how is the city is now desolate? She's weeping. All her lovers have left her. God allow her to go into widowhood. Try to understand my language. And then in Isaiah 54 say, but I come again and you'll forget the days of your widowhood. Because the Lord is your husband, the Redeemer. Try to understand what's happening here. He saw a widow. When he saw, I'm trying to let you understand what Jesus saw. When he saw that widow and knew that that was the only son, he didn't just see a person, and he saw a person, had compassion on a person. But he was able, without her requesting a prayer, interpret what she was facing under that country. In Exodus 22, there were laws, instructions to how to treat the widow, because they would be the most exploited in Israel. Anytime you lose a husband, it wasn't just a social tragedy, but it was a tragedy of economic proportions. Social proportions. You could be disinherited. The land was under the husband's name. And here is the thing, church. In Leviticus 25:23, God said the land must not be sold. The land belongs to God. Now let me share this. When you understand, what's in you? I want to talk to you. Josh, this is why there's a battle for Israel. Because it's the only land in the world personally that God says is mine. This is why every nation wants it. This is why the Arabs want it, Muslims want it. Because it's, that's powerful. That's brilliant. It says, so that when you bought a property from another neighbor, after 50 years, even if that neighbor owed you, you had to give it back. And the Bible tells us why. So that the man's inheritance name will always be there forever. God said nobody must own the land. The land was just leased to the tribes. That's why the real Jubilee was so powerful. The year Jubilee says whatever you owe, free people from their credit. Now a widow, if she's married to you, Josh, and you die, not forgive me. If your in-laws are not so much with her, if they're not so favorable to her, she will be put on the streets. In Mark's Gospel chapter 12, Jesus talked about it. He says, beware of the Pharisees and scribes who shamelessly treat widows out of their property. They exploited the needy. Religion did it, like what's happening today. He said they showed by pretense, they pretend to be past by making long public prayers. Then the Bible says about Jesus met a widow in Mark's Gospel chapter 12 again. So a widow paying a mite, a penny. It just describes the state. In 1 Kings chapter 17, Elijah met a widow who was gathering sticks to finish, make the last meal so she and her son could die. In 2 Kings chapter 4, Elisha meets a widow who, she just has a cruiser on. She comes in, she says, Elijah, man of God, your servant was faithful to God, but the creditors are coming for him. And they're coming to take my 2 sons as slaves. And she's crying, she's saying, Elijah, help me, help me, help me. Because my husband was faithful, but nobody's defending me. And you remember the story? Elijah said, what do you have in your house? She said, well, I have a cruise of oil. He said, go into a dark room and lock it. And just pour it out. Go and gather vessels from your neighbor and fill it and just pour it out. And Bible says she closed herself in a dark room because it's supernatural. She will not see the process. She will only see, oh Lord, my God. She will only see the outcome. Oh, Shabbat. Because it's supernatural. You might understand the process. You'll see the outcome because it's supernatural. Go in a dark room. And she poured out that oil and just filled it up with her 2 sons. And when they came out, the Bible said the vessels were all filled and the cruise of oil stopped. And she came out and said, a prophet? He said, now go and sell and live throughout the famine.
Change the status of the widows. Listen to me.
Let me tell you something about the widows. They always seem to attract a prophetic move. Gosh, my God, come on, lift up your hands. Prophets always seem to be attracted to them. Because you know what? They express a conviction that we should have. That when we come before God, we must come before God in abstract need. We must say, God, don't mind, you can have $10 million in the bank. That is not your confidence. Your confidence is that I need you, Lord. I need you, Lord. I need you, Lord. That is not your confidence. Your job is not your confidence. Jesus is your confidence.
I need you, Lord. I need you, Lord.
You have to understand that. You cannot, what is against you in life, you cannot fight it without God. You cannot fight it with a 10 million bank book. You can't fight it with a good job. You can only fight it with Jesus. Those amenities is to help you serve God better.
Hallelujah.
They're what Jesus called bread alone. But man lives by what? Every word. Somebody say every word. Oh Lord my God. The widow church needs a word. Every word.
Widow church. Turn it around, Lord. Turn it around.
Notice in Deuteronomy, Exodus 20:22, that the widow was grouped with the stranger, the homeless, the orphan.
Oh, hallelujah.
You need cases. And hear what God says. Hear what God says. He says to Israel, if you mistreat the widow, I personally will hear them.
Yes.
I'll come down. I send an angel. I come in myself. God, and he's coming again. Come on, lift up your hands. Come in myself.
Yes, sir.
Who says he's coming?
He's coming.
Some of you feel God's power. Hallelujah. And somebody's going to have a prophetic release this morning. Somebody here going to have a stirring up this morning. You will not leave here the same. They always seem, my brother, they always seem to attract prophets. God always seems to enjoy the company of widows.
That widow's son will be restored. Hallelujah.
One of Israel's greatest sin was the neglect of the